Badger Army.
Hey Badger Army.
Welcome to the show. Yes, we are back for a new season of On
The
Bench.
Reunited
And it feels so good. Yes, indeed. So we managed to do some bits and pieces over the summer, but what with Nicholas as inspiring actor / radio presenter / seminar worker / mindfulness guru / everything else /
motivational speaker. Presenter in the making.
Presenter in the making. What with him having film star, Spider-Man, etc. What with all these things going on, of course, it has been hard to get us both together.
Yeah.
But it's just one of these things. And we did do a live stream and we did some videos the other time. And plus, I went away for like near enough 3 weeks to Scotland, didn't I, guys? So it was hard to tally everything up. But we are back and we're open for suggestions for, of course, number one, the new album that we'll be doing. We're going to be doing a collection of Daft songs. So please do talk to us about that. And that's going to be fun. Oh dear, that's going to be fun again. So talk to us about that, and also talk to us about some of the games that you want to see on the channel. If they're free and the PlayStation Store, can definitely do that. And of course, all the different things that you want to see on the channel, let me know. I don't mind. This is open forum, let me know. And if I can do it, I won't promise, but I'll try my best. So on today's show, we are going to be talking about Beano, the 4000th issue. And we're also going to be talking about my changing opinion on Fortnite, which is going to be amusing, and I'm sure will ruffle a few feathers.
And hopefully, the person who's just sent Badger a message telling us to get off his bench won't actually come and throw us off this bench.
I'm sure they won't. Right, so onwards speeding. So, me and Badger Jr. did a video about the 4000th issue as soon as we got our greasy mitts on it. So, Nick, have you read the 4000th issue yet? What do you think?
I have had a read of it. It's they're probably looking at it thinking, how are we meant to celebrate this? They've done a bit of a story about kind of like Beano futuristic style.
Show some of the pages up, boy. Yeah.
So, Beano to the future.
That's right, very good, isn't it?
We've got kind of, we've got Dennis the Menace, who's kind of styled to look a bit like the Terminator.
Yes, which is one of the good. I see their link, well, which is interesting because obviously that shows you that their views on modern children actually that would know about that. You know, when I was a kid, I wouldn't have known who the Terminator was. Do you know what I mean? So it just shows you the shift in culture where characters like that, where they're pop culture and culture icons, that's instantly recognisable. And they have done it in a child-friendly way.
Yep.
But the joke is they have done it where it's literally Dennis the Menace from the future, and they've done all the robots that look like similar Terminators from the exoskeletons, don't they, if you think about it? Yes. And there's a new game that's come out to celebrate the 4000th issue where you have to go around killing all the robots in the future. You've got James being there. You've got 2 different versions of Roger the Dodger. You've got all these different ones. I think the biggest character change, actually there's 2 really big character changes, and that is number one, obviously, Dennis the Menace with the robotic arm, and the second one is the fact that Billy Whizz's powers have actually changed in this, which I found interesting, where he doesn't actually zip around town using speed of his feet, he uses it with a special gadget that he uses to be able to surf and zip around people's houses and different locations using a special watch guiding him through the internet. And of course that does give us lots of jokes about buffering and things like that, which is always good. Lots of good competitions there as well. Nick's just having a leaf through.
Yes, has Badger Jr. entered these?
Yes, most definitely, every single time. And so Beano as well.
If I should enter it myself.
I think so. I think your nephews and things like that could go for it. And there's lots of jokes about tomato splatting and futuristic.
Tomato splatting never gets old.
Never. And poor old James tripping over. And Banana Man with the bruised banana. Now I'm going to try and draw this as well. Show the guys at home the bruised banana, which is really funny. It's one of my favourite new Beano characters. It's basically like a Dark Knight Returns style Banana Man, where he's turned all grizzled and miserable, and he's now the bruised banana.
That's one hell of a 5 o'clock shadow on it.
Yes, they definitely went over the top with that, but it was great.
Yeah. I mean,
Obviously, the obvious signs of it is that they've gone for a glittering style, goldish, reddish front cover. They've made the front cover a bit better quality, so it lasts a bit better. Shiny with the red. So they have invested in it quite a lot. It is a collector's item. They will stop selling it this Wednesday. So if you want to get hold of this copy, you must be quick, because they will stop selling it in normal stores ASAP. Because the next issue, 4001, will be out soon. So please do check it out.
We actually have I have a few old Beanos at home, which we'll be looking at some point.
Yes,
see
definitely.
How it's changed, mainly from the early 90s, but there's we've also got loads of annuals at home. My nephews really like reading them. We've got some from like the 80s. Stuff, so we might bring those in at some point.
Yes, and I've also I went to Battlesbridge Antiques Market, and those in the know on the Discord will know that I've been getting lots of old knackered furniture and doing it up and painting it up and things like that, and collecting dirt cheap toys from there. So if you want to have a little chat with me about that, join the Discord and we'll have a little chat about that. Yes, but I've been picking up tons and tons of bargains from Battlesbridge, and lots of annuals as well on the cheap. So we can talk about that.
And the one thing that I'll say for the Beano is, who would have thought that 81 years ago, when it first started, 1938, the first issue of the Beano came out, that we'd still be here 81 years later talking about it
and
on a phone.
On a phone, which is, and I think it's really fun because there's going to be someone out there that remembers reading the first issue. If you guys, listen, this is the thing, if you're a Beano fan, we need to track down these people that have read the first ever issues. I bet there's somebody out there that's got every single one, which is insane really, isn't it? But I bet there is. There's going to be someone out there.
A room in their house devoted to it.
Yes, there definitely is.
You couldn't keep it up in the loft. It would probably fall through.
Most definitely, all that paper. But yeah, I wonder how much a first edition issue of the Beano is. If you guys want to check that out, that'd be fantastic.
Probably just shot up now that they've just reached episode 4,000.
Wow, yes indeed. And now we're going to talk about the next thing on the agenda, which is close to my heart, and it has been ruffling a few feathers. Cletus and some of the guys did a donation spike, and we did this thing where it was basically vote for no or vote for yes. Yes has won, and I begrudgingly attempted Fortnite once again.
Bearing in mind that earlier in the year, in an episode of On the Bench, he went on a major rant about how people should stop playing Fortnite because it is, to use his words, crap.
And I believe I probably shouted, "It's ruining the gaming industry."
All I can remember is I have this still that I posted on my Instagram. It's still available to look at, of you mid-rant, and rarely have you looked so scary.
Don't forget to subscribe to Acting Nick on Insta.
It sounds like Nick now.
Sounds like Nick.
Sounds like Nick on Instagram.
But yes, there was a very large period of time. Don't forget, I actually played Fortnite when it first came out, and a lovely donator actually gave me the £150 special edition. So I played it for a while, was like, maybe this isn't for me. And then I played it again and went, maybe this isn't for me. And then the donation spike and the things happened with the challenge, and I had another go, and I was like, actually, I really like this. Actually, I really, really like this now. They've added some really good stuff into it. And I really like it. Yeah, they've improved the graphics. They've improved the different things you can do. You can run and gun on a hoverboard. You can join in go on this massive thing that's similar to Ed 209 from RoboCop. There's different modes. So you don't it's not just like if you get killed once you're dead, you can respawn and all these different things. And they have added a lot more to it, and I've managed to get a lot more different things to it as well. Not from paying out for anything, but obviously because I had the complimentary gift pass or whatever it's called, so I did quite well with that. There's lots of different things that they've added to it, yes. And I must admit, it feels like a bigger game, it feels like a proper game now, whereas before it was a shell. And I feel bad, but yes, I am enjoying it. Your thoughts on this, Nicholas?
I mean, I don't actually know a lot about Fortnite. All I know, I just remember looking at the title and thinking, yeah, that's not how you spell the word Fortnite.
Yes, and
If
that
people
would
start writing that in their essays and on job applications, they are screwed.
That's right. That would definitely be a thing, wouldn't it? But yeah, no, that's the thing. Also, it's like, is this creating bad grammar? I know what you're saying. And you know, we love all that sort of stuff, being careful with words and things. But yes, this is one of these things where I have fallen in love with a game that I swore I would never play.
And even ranted about it on record.
Several times, not just once. I'm sure I've done
Yeah.
more than one video about this.
So yeah, do you just try and save the world in the game or something
Well,
like that?
that's part of it.
While
That's,
people floss around you.
yes, this is
Do
the
the
thing.
floss dance.
Do the floss dance. There is a game called Realm Royale, which is very similar, but not as addictive.
Right.
And I used to prefer Realm Royale more. I still like it, but there is a bit of Fortnite that's edging in there a bit more. But yeah, there's this whole thing about, it's like, well, what's going to happen next? They keep adding new stuff to it, and it's free, and they're adding new stuff to it each time. So there is that element of, you know, you're getting something for nothing, as long as you're not insane enough to buy all the V-Bucks drivel, which never do that, guys, never do that. You know, as long as you're not insane enough to spend loads of money on in-app purchases or game boxes or whatever, you're fine. See, this is where they get people trapped in, because you buy V-Bucks to buy new costumes and things like that. So you have to be careful with that sort of thing. I wouldn't do that. But yeah, I can tell that, you know, Badger Jr.'s influence as well definitely was like, yeah, you should play that, it's great. And obviously now, where he's a bit more with it and a bit more, you know, wanting to join in, obviously the amount of scarier games I can play is limited now to when he's in bed, which obviously makes sense. So that's part of the reason why I've got into it, is because it's another game that's socially acceptable, he can watch, there's not really that much violence in it, do you know what I mean? So it's like, it's not too bad for him to be able to, even if he catches a little bit of it, there's not going to be anyone like being knifed to death or anything horrible.
Yeah.
You know, so that's part of the reason why I've gone onto the realms of more child-friendly games, is because when he's about and I'm streaming, I don't want him to see anything horrible. You know, and that's good parenting, obviously.
Yes.
So I don't want him to, you know, I'm playing the evil within, and then the character gets his head lopped off.
Yeah.
Not exactly appropriate.
Yeah, not something you'd want to show to a 5-year-old.
Exactly. So that's part of the reason why I have changed some of the content on the channel. Number one, because obviously I do still enjoy the storyline games. We're enjoying Detroit Become Human, love it. I haven't really had enough time recently, but we are still doing that series. But that's part of the reason why I've changed things up, is because of the fact that I'm trying to make it a bit more suitable for everyone as well. And we are going to try and do some horror games in the more quieter, cooler months anyway. So what are your views on that, Nick?
What, your views on doing on all that stuff?
Yes.
You do what you need to do.
That's it. But obviously horror games in the winter are a perfect fit. So I will try and squeeze it.
Chilly winter nights.
Chilly
freak
winter
stuff
night.
out. And it's
That's
close
right.
to Halloween, so
That's it,
why
yeah.
not?
So I will try to change things up at the end of the month and all the business. So if you're wondering, is he going to do some more horror? Definitely. But
you
yeah,
can't afford to let horror go.
no, I love it to bits. I do love it to bits. And we are still planning to hopefully do Layers of Fear 2. It has gone down a little bit, but not as much as I would like. It's still like about 18 odd quid, when I think it should be a £15 game. So I'm going to wait till it drops again, and then we'll hopefully get it. But yeah, of course, Night Trap is always eluding me, because that is a £100 limited edition game.
Yeah, that's a bit of a big ask.
Yeah, that was meant to be.
Lucky, I think even the biggest influencers would be lucky to get that one.
I know, because of course, yeah, just saving up for it would take ages. It's insane. Just because it's just too annoying. You know, it was meant to be released in the UK.
Is it gold plated or something?
No, it's just really rare. They only made 5,000 copies worldwide. It's because they were meant to release it in the UK and then never did. So then that's made the rarity shoot up like mad. But yes, is there anything else you'd like to touch upon, old boy?
I think we've covered pretty much everything.
Indeed, of course. Quick back to school guide. Make sure you've got your pens, your paper, your notebooks, all that sort of thing as well.
They're probably all on sale now in the supermarket, so no excuses.
No excuses at all. So indeed, please do that.
Is Badger Jr. ready for when he does it?
Most definitely, he's raring to go. And of course, make sure you guys are mindfulness up to the eyeballs, relaxed and calm and ready to start a new year, because it is going to be a tough one. It's going to go quick. If you're equipped and you're mentally sound, make sure you talk to people, look after yourself and keep your friends close, and then look after people around you, everything should be fine. And you know, of course, if you want to have a chat with me and Nick in the comments, we're always here if you want to sound off about that too. And I'd love to hear your thoughts on Fortnite, Brawlhalla, horror games on the channel, the Beano, and lots of other things we've talked about today.
And if you have any song suggestions, because apparently we need to, our singing careers are taking off.
That's
then
right.
Let us know via that.
Indeed. We're in a lift.
But we're not in one right now, so it kind of doesn't quite make the same in context. It's just we're on a bench.
Oh, that's a great idea. I'll loop it.
And we look hench.
I like it. Thanks very much for watching.
Not with Judi Dench, though.
Oh, don't spoil it. I've got some ideas now. But yes, comment below your ideas for the songs for our spoof album coming at some point
Whenever
soon.
we feel like it.
So thanks
When
very
we
much
stop cringing.
When we stop cringing. Probably around Christmas, because that's ideal then, isn't it? Right, thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye. And I'm really pleased to have Nicholas back.
I'm really pleased to be back.
Lovely, isn't it? It's lovely. So thanks for watching, and welcome to Series 8 Trillion of the Bench. And this will carry on probably until June, July time, and then we'll have another break, and then we'll be back again afterwards, no doubt. Right.
We're giving ourselves an Everest expectation there, but yeah.
We can try and do one a week like we were before anyway, of course. See you later. Bye.
Look out for my new travel video soon as well.
Indeed, yes. To, where is it?
Standing Calling Festival.
That's it. So check that out. It'll be out at some point this week. Bye.